We just had to bury our dog.
Give a little bit of your heart to me. Just come give me all your love. I want you to know we can make it together. Let the wind blow. All we need is each other. Come take my hand, you're all that I have now. I won't let you go, 'cause I found all the answers in you.
It is now the next day, and we've had some time to process. Our dog passed away yesterday. I know people are gonna ask questions. We don't know exactly what happened. If you have been watching us, you know we've had a lot of problems with our fence. It's not built right. There's been a lot of holes dug and fence posts knocked out and blah blah blah. And Nyx is a small dog. She was a very small dog. She was tiny, so she could fit through almost anything. And every time that we would fix a hole, she would find a new one. And after a while, we just couldn't keep her in the backyard anymore, and she would go in and out as she pleases. We would let her out the back door, and she would usually go around front, check things out, bark, do dog stuff, and then she would come back in the back fence and come back inside. She's done that pretty much forever that we've lived here. This is one of those things that's like you feel like you're gonna be okay, and then you just start to think about it, and then it makes you upset all over again. It's kind of, I'm still in the denial stage where I don't like, sometimes I forget that she's really gone. She was a little over 3 years old. We've had her since she was a puppy. She was my little dog. She slept with me. She was always there for me when I was upset. She was here for when I was pregnant, all through my pregnancy with London and Ashlyn. She was here for both of them when they were born and everything. Shh. She was the cuddliest, chillest little dog ever. We have suspicions that it may have been on purpose, but obviously we can't know for sure. This is one of those moments that I kind of wish we did have a door ring bell, but then at the same time I would have been traumatized if I had to witness what actually happened. It was traumatizing enough just having to see her. But yesterday, what is today, the 18th? Yesterday was the 17th, and we were all getting ready to go to Walmart because we needed to get some things. I was getting Christopher out of bed, getting everyone ready, and we were about to leave. I had let Cleo in the back door about 20 minutes before, and Nyx wasn't out there, which is normal for her. So I was just like, okay, she's probably out front. She'll come back around before we leave, or if not, then she'll just come in through the garage like she does sometimes when we're leaving. So I left it at that, and I continued getting everyone ready. And we were all out in the living room. Christopher was putting his shoes on, and all of a sudden, someone rang our doorbell, and we don't really answer our door unless we're like expecting a package or something, because we don't like getting stuck talking to people. So first they rang the doorbell, and then they started banging on our screen door, and we both kind of looked at each other like, what is that? Like, he asked me, he was like, are we supposed to be getting a package? And I said no. And I went to look out of our window that's right above our couch in here. That window right there, it looks out, like our front door is right down there, and then our street is right out there. And I went to look out the window just to see if like I saw a delivery truck or something, because I wasn't expecting a package. I had no clue who it would be. And I was literally just about to go look at Christopher and be like, I don't see a car. And then I looked straight ahead and all I saw was Nyx laying in the road right in front of our house. She was inches away from being in our yard. And I just looked at Christopher and I said that Nyx was hit or something along those lines. I just said Nyx is dead or Nyx is hit. I don't remember exactly what it was, and he looked at me like he was so confused. I was in shock. So he went to open the door and it was our neighbor saying that he saw her and letting us know. He didn't see what happened. He just says he was coming home and saw her laying there. So we thanked the neighbor for telling us, and we had to go get her out of the street. And then we had to go to Walmart and get a shovel so that we could bury her, because we don't own a shovel. So last night we had to bury her in the backyard. London doesn't really understand. She's still so young. She does things where she kind of like expects Nyx to be there. Like when we came home from buying the shovel last night and we got London out of her car seat, first thing she did was go up to Nyx's cage to try and let her out. And then she was confused and looked around like, where's Nyx? But she doesn't really realize it. Cleo was really confused by the little headstone out there, and she kind of keeps going up to it, and now she's alone. We're down to one dog now. We didn't really say anything, but a couple weeks ago we had to rehome Rhea, our German Shepherd, because she just wasn't doing well with us. She got really aggressive towards the other dogs and towards London. No matter how much we tried to correct her behavior, it just wouldn't work, and we couldn't risk something happening with her in London. And she just got worse and worse, and we finally decided that she would do best in a house without other pets and without other kids. So we rehomed her to a nice couple that was alone. They didn't have other pets or kids or anything, because we knew that she would do better like that. Like, we were having to keep her separated from everyone, and it wasn't a good life for her, so we had to rehome Rhea. So now we just have Cleo. Which makes me sad for Cleo, because now she doesn't have any friends. I mean, she has us, obviously, but you know, she was used to having her doggy friends. But, yeah, we don't really know what happened. When we found her, it was relatively fresh. It hadn't been long since it happened. We didn't hear anything happen. I'm assuming that it happened between the time that I let Cleo in the back door and the time that the neighbor knocked on the door, which was 30 minutes tops. She was still warm and she hadn't gone stiff or anything like that. It had happened really. It was recent to when we found her, and I'm trying so bad not to blame myself. Like, I told myself, you should have called for her and you should have gone around front when you let Cleo in, but I never do because she always comes back, so I didn't think to. And I'm trying not to blame myself for that, or for us not leaving sooner because it took us so long to get ready. If we had gotten ready faster and went to leave sooner, it probably wouldn't have happened. Or, like, I'm just trying not to think of all the what ifs, because that's really bad. It's not going to change anything, and it was no one's fault unless it was on purpose and it was whatever happened. But me and him went over the possibilities, because I mean, she was so close to the curb. People don't drive that close to the curb, And we live on a street where the speed limit's like maybe 25. And if you were going the speed limit down the street and you don't drive that close to the curb anyways, you would have seen her before you hit her. And she never went in the road in the first place. So we don't know if she was hit by a car. There was no obvious wounds or anything. We don't know if maybe they got sick of her barking and someone decided to do something about it. As evil as that sounds, there are people out there like that. We said that maybe she was poisoned, or someone, like he tried saying someone could have shot her, but like I said, there was no, we didn't see any sort of wounds at all. And just, we have no idea what actually happened. I kind of wish we did, but there's no way of knowing. Hi, Cleo. Oh, Beezy. Hi, Cleo. I feel like even Cleo's a bit confused because like last night she refused to go into the bedroom when it was bedtime, and it was almost like she was looking around like waiting for Nyx to go in the bedroom. Like we've had to get rid of dogs before, and like of course it's sad, but we've never dealt with one of our dogs actually passing away, so it's like a different sad and it's a different hurt. Like we miss Rhea, but we know she's better off where she is. We know that she's gonna be happy in a home fit for her. So it's like, it's okay. We're sad and we miss her, but we know it's best. But when your dog passes away, it's completely different. But I figured I would just let you guys know what happened before you started wondering, you know, where's Nyx and what happened to Nyx and why we only have one dog and everything, so.
Start to heal when I'm with you, and I can't explain how I feel when I'm with you. Just give a little bit of your heart, give a little bit of your heart to me.